Okay, so I kind of felt like that maybe we needed a few more practice problems before actually I have you kind of doing problems on your own. So let's go through this a little bit more here. And we're going from scientific notation to standard notation. So notice once again, hey, you know what? All of these look to be in pretty good scientific notation. These numbers are between 1 and 10. I like that. That looks like it's in proper scientific notation. And what we're going to do here is convert these into standard notation. So we have the 1.5 times 10 to the third power. Once again, that third power represents what? The number of times you move the decimal place. Okay, so what's the effect of this times 10 to the third power? Does this make our 1.5 bigger or smaller? Hey, no, it's going to make a lot bigger, right? So we have our 1.5, and we're going to be moving our decimal place how many times? 3 to the right or to the left. Well, the times 10 to the third power is going to make it a lot bigger, so we're going to be moving it to the right 1, 2, 3 times. Let's fill in our zeros, and that's where our decimal place is. So let's actually just rewrite this over here to say it's equal to 1500. All right, what about the next one? We have 3.75 times 10 to the negative 2. That negative 2, is that going to make, times 10 to the negative 2, is that going to make our 3.75 a lot bigger or a lot smaller? Hopefully by now you're saying a lot smaller. So let's rewrite our 3.75, and let's just rewrite, just move our decimal places. 1, 2 times to the left, and we get our decimal place right here, and let's fill in our 0. So this is equal to 0.0375. All right, let's go on to the next one. So we have 2.2 times 10 to the fifth power. Is that times 10 to the fifth power going to make our 2.2 a lot bigger or a lot smaller? Hopefully by now you're saying it's going to make it a lot bigger. And if that's the case, where do we want to be moving our decimal place? To the left or to the right? Hopefully you're saying to the right. So we're going to do that. Move it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. So that's where our new decimal place is, and we're just going to be filling in our zeros. And let's just rewrite this, make it look a lot nicer. So we have 2, 2, and then 4 zeros. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Let's draw our comma to make this a little bit more readable. All right, and what about standard notation to scientific notation? Once again, well, what's the goal here? We want to actually make sure that our numbers are between 1 and 10, right? So where do we want to put our decimal place in order to make this number be between 1 and 10? Between which two digits, or where on the number whatsoever? And you know what? If we put it right there, then we'll have 5.0, which is good. There's another like 0 over here, right? We could actually just imagine that. So that being the case, how many times did we have to move the decimal place to actually get it there? Originally it's over here. We had to move it 1, 2, 3 times. But we're not done yet. We have to think about, hey, you know what? This being our original number, okay, well, what's the effect of multiplying 10 to the third by 5.0? Oh, that's going to make our 5.0 a lot bigger. But wait a minute, we want it to be smaller because it's in comparison to our 0.005. We want this to be reduced. So what do we do here? We don't multiply by 10 to the third power. We multiply by 10 to the negative third power. And that will make our left-hand side of the equation equal to the right-hand side of the equation. All right, moving on. What about this one right here? Between which two digits do we want to put our decimal place? Well, hopefully you're saying that we put it right there. It's originally right here, so when we put it right here, our number is going to be 1.0 times 10 to the, how many times did we have to move the decimal place? Originally it's right here, and we had to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Now, once again, this is our original number. So should it be a positive 6 or a negative 6? Well, we have 1.0 right now, times 10 to the 6. This times 10 to the 6 is going to make this a lot bigger of a number, which is good because this over here is a really big number. So we do want this to actually get bigger. So I think it's actually good that we multiply by times 10 to the 6th power. If it's times 10 to the negative 6, then that's going to make this number even smaller, which we don't want. All right, and how about this one? So where do we want to put our decimal place to actually have this be between 1 and 10? Right there, right? So our new number is going to be 2.5 times 10 to the... How many times did we have to move the decimal place? Originally, it's right here. We had to move it 2 times. And should this be a positive 2 or negative 2? Originally, the decimal place is, once again, right over here. So this 2.5 times 10 to the second power, well, this times 10 to the second power is going to be making this number a lot bigger, but we want it to be smaller, so it's equal to what's on the left-hand side of the equation. So do we want to be multiplying our 2.5 times 10 to the positive 2 or to the negative 2? Let's multiply by the negative 2 to actually make it smaller and have it be equal to the left-hand side of the equation.